Don't let anyone, I mean anyone, try and make you feel guilty or bad about yourself or sad because you don't love the working world, or any job for that matter. People will try and bring you down for having those thoughts, but we don't even control our thoughts. We don't choose how we feel. I'll get back to that later in the video. But what I really want to start off by saying is the last video I made was about how work is a psychological prison. I explain in the video, and I recommend watching that if you haven't seen it, but I talk about how in the working world, you sort of have to I talk about many things, but you got to pretend that you sort of like it. When you sort of meet people, you sort of got to pretend, oh yeah, I go to the office, I like it. You sort of have to pretend you care about the coworker. You sort of have to pretend all this crap, right? And I point out in the video this, and it's a psychological prison because you have to pretend. And when you be yourself, you get attacked. Now, lo and behold, I speak my mind about this, and guess what happened? A whole bunch of people came to the channel and started abusing me. They went on about my hair, my ceiling of all things. Apparently I'm a fallen off version of Mr. Beast, whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't know. Someone called me a necky. All these weird, I don't even know what these things are supposed to mean. But the irony is, one is they didn't engage with what I actually said, but even forget that. They're just proving the point. Work is a psychological prison. The fact that I make a video on my personal channel, by the way, this isn't a professional channel where I'm teaching you how to do this or that. This is just me speaking my mind. The fact that people come to this channel and then start having a go at me, it proves my point. It literally proves the point. But you've literally proven the whole concept in my last video. Work is a psychological prison. The fact people come here and say that, incredible. I don't even think these people are aware of that. I don't think they're one step ahead to even think that. I think I'm going to tell this guy he looks bad or whatever they said. I don't even know. I mean, the insult's actually quite almost funny because I don't know what they insulting my house. Okay, what? How is that relevant? Okay, whatever. Anyway, the point is, people will try and make you feel bad for just feeling the way you feel, You don't choose the way you feel. You just feel bad. When you go into an office, for me, that makes me very, very depressed. I know people that are in the military and they get deployed to war zones and they come back and they talk about it like it was amazing, it was an adventure. And everyone's different. That's what I'm saying. Some people love emergency medicine or everyone has a different thing that they sort of thrive in. Some people are really musical and dancing and acting, and we all have different things we like, right? But if you say, oh, look, I don't like working 9 to 5, or even just any job, I don't like my retail job, customers are mean to me. Oh, you should just deal with it. You should just deal with it. Oh, you've got a personality disorder. A normal person will just put up with it. Well, I guess I don't want to be normal then. Oh my God, it's ridiculous. And they just insult you. And this isn't about YouTube, by the way. This is actually more about your life. The viewer, it's think of your life and think of, have you ever had a conversation with someone and you say, yeah, I don't really is this what I know you mentioned something about the working world, how it's depressing, and you get shut down and told, oh, just get on with it, or have a better attitude, or you can just click your fingers and suddenly it's all good. Oh yeah, if you're more positive, you would like your job and you'd realize you're very lucky to have the job. If you just click your finger, they think that's clever. These people actually believe that is clever. They think that you can just, oh, actually I feel happy. That is not how the world works. You think you can put someone in a war zone, just, hey, people. Not everyone can thrive in the same environment. For me personally, I work really well in the nighttime. Very well at nighttime. But, oh no, that's a very, very bad thing. How dare I say that? I've been told off so many times for that. A joke I always sort of make with my friend is so if I stay up all night working on a task and it's 4 a.m. and I'm working really, really hard on something, and someone gets up at 4 a.m. and starts working really hard on a task, he's good because he got up early at 4 a.m, but I'm bad because I'm up in the morning doing my thing. You understand how flawed people are, how flawed society is? And you can't even criticize it. It's like a religion. You can't even say, look, I don't like it, because it triggers something in people and they want to make you feel bad. And the whole point of this video is don't let them make you feel bad. You're a human being. You have thoughts, emotions, and desires. And I'm sick of how people invalidate people in this world. If you're a person and you wake up and you feel absolutely sick on a Monday morning, oh, I've got to go in there, and you just feel the co-workers you don't really want to be there, it's the most depressing thing, and then someone hasn't the audacity to have a go at you, all they're doing is making you feel bad. Because the world is already a prison. We already have to do all these jobs and things, and it's depressing, and there's always physical restrictions. You can't live where you want, all these things, unless you have money. And then you've got the psychological burden of having to pretend you like it. But at least in your head, don't let them make you feel guilty about it, if that makes sense what I'm saying. So whilst you're in that prison, you have to pretend, at least don't, my advice is not to lie to yourself, because a lot of people do lie to themselves. They tell themselves, how much they love their job or whatever just to survive. If that works for you, fine. But I just don't think you should make them feel guilty. Let them make you feel guilty is what I'm trying to say. I have this friend who's, I've known him for so long, and he hates the working world a lot, and he always like pretends he likes his job. He'd go like, oh, work's not so bad. We have a coffee on a Wednesday, and on Friday we had some work. I'm like, come on, you don't like your job. You're just saying that to me. He's like, no, you don't understand. Like, I've accepted I got to work, and this and that. And I'm like, come on, I've known you for like 20 years. Like, you don't like your job. You're just saying that. He goes, okay, fine. I'll admit I don't like my job. I'm just saying that to try and to survive. And it really highlights the point. It's exactly what my point is. He doesn't like it, but he has to pretend just to survive because it's a psychological prison. And then by people coming and commenting that proves my point. Yes, work is a psychological prison. I wonder what type of hateful comments I'll attract on this video, but I want to say I really do appreciate the nice comments, so thank you so much. I do learn a lot actually through them as well. But some of the smartest people I've ever known in life hate the working world. I know a guy he's retired now, and he's one of the most intelligent people I've ever met. Like, he has a super high IQ. He literally did a PhD just for fun. Like, he could teach himself language. He's so intelligent. He's like got a super high IQ, one of those really far outliers, and he's one of those people. And he told me his entire life he was looking forward to retiring, and he said the day he retired was like the happiest day, one of the happiest days of his life, basically. That's what he told me. He said the first time he ever stepped into a shift at work when he was a young boy or young man or whatever, he said that he couldn't wait to retire. And this was like, ages ago, before I was even born. And I just thought, wow, like, he's a really, really intelligent person, this guy. Like, he thinks that. He hates the working world. He doesn't want to be around coworkers. He finds them dull, to be honest. Even Noam Chomsky is one of the smartest people to, he's a very intelligent person, to be honest. Even if you don't like him, he's an intelligent person, to be honest. And he talks about this wage slavery issue. I mean, I'm not the only one that thinks this. And like, as one of my commenters said, we're not the only people that think this, but like, it's just you're not allowed to say it. And that's the whole point. Like, you say it and you get attacked, and it proves my point. Oh, it's just very depressing. It's like a psychological prison. You have to pretend you like it or people will be mean to you, Because I know this guy, and he's a teacher, but he's so like energetic and like, oh yeah, this and that. And then one day I find out secretly he hates his job, like really, really hates it. And I thought, wow, even he hates his job. Even he. I thought if anyone likes his job, it's this guy. But no, he hates it. So I thought, how many more people in the world just secretly hate their job and they can't admit it, I saw this study, and I don't know how accurate this is, but apparently 1/3 of people worldwide, this is according to the study, 1/3 of people hate working a lot. Like, they really, really hate it. So they're kind of like in our side. They really don't like it, And then you've got another 1/3 of people who are neutral. They sort of just, it's not that great, not that good. I just sort of do it. No big deal. Weekends, whatever. They don't really care, right? Then you've got the other 1/3 that just love it. Oh, they love it. It's the best thing ever going in. Oh, I love them so happy. And look, honestly, like, it's nothing. If you like what you do, that's fine. Like, people don't understand. I'm not having a go at someone for liking what they do. This is not what I'm saying. I am just saying how I feel. But in society, pardon me, certain people are allowed to express emotions and other people not. And I'm here to say I don't like people being invalidated. If you don't like, your life or your job and you feel bad about it, you have every right to feel that way. That's how you feel. It's like the weather. You feel bad, clouds come. It is what it is, But society wants to tell you, no, you're wrong. Think of it like this. So my channel's name is Uncaged Eagle. So that kind of implies, someone who's a bit free-spirited, I was sort of imagining this the other day. Like, imagine if, an eagle could speak, Eagle could speak, pretty cool. And he's flying around the sky having the time of his life, and he's flapping, and one day he sees a zoo. There's a zoo down there. Oh, I better go check that out. That looks not very good. So he flies down, there's a zoo. He flies down, lands in the zoo, and to his horror, he finds a whole bunch of small eagles. They've got their wings clipped, so they can barely move. They're overweight because they haven't been, flying and exercising. And what do you think would happen? If the eagles could talk, or if the eagles had social media or whatever, what do you think would happen? The uncaged eagle would fly down, he'd land on the zoo, he'd land on that, the bars, the cage. He would say, oh, guys, you're in a prison, you're in a zoo, that is horrible. The eagles would say, no, we choose to be here, and we like being here. We are contributing to the zoo's economy, and the owner feeds us, and we're helping him grow, and it's very, very good. How dare you? This is exactly what humans do. Humans do this stuff. The sheep go bar, Got that idea from a commenter. The sheep do go bar indeed. The sheep go bar. If you try and just say to somebody, look, I feel this way. You're not even criticizing that person. You're just like, look, I feel this way. If you like your job, cool. I just don't like it. Oh, who do you think you are? Oh, grow up. You're immature, this, that. Oh, have a go. Some of the most intelligent people in the world don't like working. So the idea, we're all different. These people think that this is about YouTube. This is in real life. Like, people who, like doctors, I've had doctors have a go at me about this. I've had a lot of people have a go at me about this. It's like, they think that they're so groundbreaking to like defend, like, I don't know. The system is very flawed, and as someone who studied anthropology, I'm aware of how flawed society is and how it's not natural to live in a large city and just contribute to some, you think you're contributing, but you're really just making some office rich. You know what I mean? Like, it's so unnatural, but people defend it. Like, they really, really defend it, like, passionately. If you're on a channel watching my videos and then commenting on my ceiling or something, like, that shows me you've struck a nerve. Like, I find the whole thing crazy, to be honest. Like, the whole thing is insane. But whatever you think, please just understand you're in a physical prison. You have to act like it's a psychological prison as well. But at least in the depths of your head, please don't feel there's anything wrong. You have every right to want to be free. You have every right to want to be yourself. Maybe you want to be an artist. I mean, some people go their whole lives, they work these really menial jobs, they get paid barely anything, and then they retire and, suddenly they find out they're a really good artist, and their whole life they could have, but they did. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just so much. It's in the working world. We're robbed of so much time. You know, it's so depressing, and I don't care if people don't like that. That's how I feel. That's a part of who I am, to be honest. Another thing I'll touch on maybe in another video. I think I'll make this one maybe next. I'm not sure, but if I said this exact same thing that I'm saying now, but I was 64.9. Well, that's totally fine. You're about to retire. Retirement's okay. You're allowed to enjoy life when you're retired. 65 is all good. But they might change it to 66 or 67 and then maybe 70 and maybe 100. Who knows? But there's a magic line in the sand where, you know what? If you don't like the 9 to 5 and you're 64.9 or whatever, you have every right to then, quit, and then it's all good. It's all fine. You know what I'm saying? I just find the ridiculousness of society. Like, you're allowed, whatever I say, it would be fine if, if someone else said it. Like, that rock star in Joe Rogan who was criticizing the 9 to 5. It's like, he's a rock star. He's allowed to criticize 9 to 5 because he's a famous rock star. But then, that's what I'm saying. It's always annoyed me about society, how you speak your mind, you're the bad guy. It's just ridiculous. But I just hope that this resonated with someone, because I know there's a lot of people out there that feel really like me. I feel very isolated about this topic too. So please let me know if you have any thoughts about this topic. And I'm sure I'll attract a whole bunch of mean comments again. And if you want to insult something, my walls are ready. So tell me my bookshelf or my walls, whatever you want, really. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one.